just like stopped stream and restarted it to change the keyframe frequency.
Okay.
Yeah, they were probably getting a bit of pixelation. There's somebody saying about the chat. Thank you very much, Francisco Late? Can't pronounce it, sorry. Hopefully that's a little better now. I'll also be, I'm also recording this in like proper good quality. So the stream might not be 100% quality, but when I upload the recording, it'll be good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I'm doing balancing right now, so
Right.
I try to. Yeah. So no, not like this, but.
Late, right? Okay. Thanks you for your pronunciation help. Yes.
The problem is that she listens to everyone, so the balancing is not the act of balancing is not very coordinated.
Right. Yeah. It's like Wikipedia or A Million Monkeys at a Typewriter. Eventually, you know, with enough input, you'll come up with some decent output at some point. Isn't that about right?
But she can't. If the physics is right. Problem now is that Lagos and Philip are in the same team, so that can't be right. So. Who's manage?
Alrighty.
Okay, so. Okay, so don't. I hope he won't change it, except if variants come. Okay, so. If he decides to put variant, it will slow down the start. So.
Right. Oh wait, is it? Yeah. I don't know how to copy and paste things into 0AD. It works sometimes, it doesn't work sometimes.
What do you want to do?
I was going to copy paste the stream link so people that were inside the lobby could go to the stream instead.
Oh yeah, you can't, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I guess only if you're a mod, probably. Or if it's in the actual main lobby or something. Retreat dance allowed? Interesting question.
Yeah.
I'd just probably say there's no dance in general.
He means like
retreat the focused on units, like low health units and stuff. Yeah, that's... I think that's acceptable. If you're picking out like individual like low health units or getting rid of them, that's probably fine. As long as they're just going straight back. Like, they're not dancing, just going straight back to the temple or to wherever. If that's what they're doing, I think that's perfectly fine. Because that's not something that can be patched out of the game, whereas regular dancing can be patched out of the game, potentially.
Well,
whereas just taking your units back to just straight back, you can't really patch that, because that's a game, and that's an intended game mechanic. Whereas I'm not entirely certain that dancing is an intended game mechanic.
Of course not, but it will be difficult to patch because
yes,
it's like a problem with the engine. And yeah, fix it, please.
I imagine any kind of patch to that would be very hacky. Just cut and paste. It would like barely work. To start with, it could work eventually. Only 2 Brightons.
Yeah. Oh, they took Moria. Okay. Well, I don't know if I hope they checked the map to see if there was hunt, because that's quite the safe pick.
Ah, right. Close browser? Well, I can't. Everybody else maybe. Actually, I don't even think closing the browser would end the stream. I have to actually press the button. But then I wouldn't be able to read chat, so...
Well, if you want, I can check the chat sometime.
Right.
If you want, and when I think.
Right, and we will have
Oh, and yeah, you can actually pass the link to the lobby. You can't copy it. You can copy it like Valerian said. Yeah.
Yes, I see. All right. We're into it.
Okay, 4 minutes. That's okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's something that they wanted to do. So if you want, you can introduce.
Oh yeah, we should do the civs. Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
Well, as you wish. If you want, you can start.
Right. I'll do team 1. You do team 2. We'll go.
Okay.
Chameleus in the purple up top here. God, what civilization is this? Here's the thing. You're gonna have to do this. You go.
Yeah, it's the Marians you can see with the elephant.
Right. Yeah. So he's at 12 o'clock. Yeah. We've got Boudica as another Morians at 2 o'clock-ish.
Yeah.
Philip, I guess that's Romans, Philip? Yellow in the 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
And who's Nani's civ? What's this? Is this Athenians?
Yeah, it's Athenians.
Right.
So yeah, so
Who else have we got?
basically, I mean, if you were there, basically, if you were there on last streams, the videos, you should know that Chemius and Bodycat tend to prepare strategies before the game, and they tend to act coordinated. So, I mean, they picked Morians. This map, it is decent because there's few wood, and also you can maybe make some cave to hunt. But the thing is, in that this map, it's only rabbits, so it's not a lot of food for hunt. Anyway, so I introduce Team 2 now. So at 6 o'clock there is Chester in green playing as the Brightons. Then there's Borg also playing as the Brightons, who made a start with more cavalry since he saw the hunt in his borders. Then there is Lagos, but Lagos, Lagos is on Team 1 and F-Pro is on Team 1, so Lagos is on Team 1 playing as the Brightons, and
Right, yeah.
F-Pro is on Team 1. So yeah. So
Sorry, I made it confusing.
Since it's a low wood map, well, goals are less interesting than Britons because you prefer to have slingers probably, since there's still about the same amount of stone. Like there's not a lot. Yeah, there's more stone than wood basically, so you can make slingers with them. It doesn't cost a lot of resources. So in this map, well, I'm checking Bodica and Chemius, and yeah, they will go for rush with Morians because they can use the elephant as their strategy. And we can already see Philip the Struggleless with some res at the Romans in red space.
Yes. Oh, he took down one lady.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah. And he causes some idle time too, so
Yes.
it can be useful. So now maybe Bodica will struggle more to take food. But he's going straight to the wood, and there are spearmen.
Similar thing happening to Lagos? I don't recognize this player. But yeah, Borg has come over with his riding cavalry and done a bit of damage. Quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, indeed. He did 6 kills and didn't lose anything, so that's a good area advantage for him. And Bodica killed the 2 cavalry, so Philip the Struggleless red wasn't very strong, and now there's Chemius who decides to basically double on him. But the thing is, maybe they will coordinate their strat on Philip the Struggleless, but they went against basically what I think is like the weakest player of this team. So they can't really slow themselves too much on team. They will probably have to find someone else, because otherwise Borg side will roll very fast. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, they go against Nani now.
Interesting. A lot of action right at the start.
Nani has built a tower, but he also has already 17 stringers, so he was prepared. but he has some exposed women. He has also put some men in there to gather the food with them, so they will be safe. So that's a good idea, I think, when you can expect some rush like this. And no, for Camus and Bodica, that's not very good because they really struggle to find any damage to make. Also, Nani's throwing a bit in chat.
DST?
Wow, I'm really liking this so far. There's just horses running all over. I don't generally like horses, especially if I'm in a 1v1 when somebody cav rushes me, but today, when I'm spectating a game, when I'm just looking at it, I'm completely fine with watching some horses run around.
Yeah, and if you don't know who is against who, you can also put a diplomacy color if you want it to make clearer. So, like it's in the button in the bottom left of the minimap if you're interested.
Ah, I see. Interesting. Yeah, I'll go back and forth to that a few times.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So,
right, I see. Good,
also,
yeah, that's
since,
handy.
Yeah. Also, since this map has a few wood, you can also expect some trading, probably. That's something to keep in mind.
Right.
Because they will eventually run out of wood, and they better get... I think what I would do in this situation is that I would go in phase 2 quickly and build the market and tell my teammates to do the same. I'm not sure if that's the best strategy, but that's what I would do personally. So when we check the populations, we see that the two teams are equal right now. But the problem is that the low population for Team 1 is Bodica, and the low population from Team 2 is Flick the Swaggerless. And it's better for Team 2 because it's better if the best players have the highest pop, because it makes the rush more worth it.
Right.
But that's only a very slight advantage. I think the game is about equal right now. Also, you can, if you see F plus base in blue, he did the strategy to make only women to basically to store his wood, like not spending any wood, and maybe he will try to do something interesting later, like maybe he will maybe he will be the first to start trading. I don't know. The thing is that you need 2 players to trade, so that's not the easiest thing to set up.
Right. Now I
Borg
see
is
that.
going for him now.
Yeah.
Borg is, yeah.
Now I see that FPRA's only military units are his starting units.
Yeah.
DST?
Borg just having a look around.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Philip the Swaggerless is on 30 pop, while Bodica is on 45, so that's a bit of a problem if Philip the Swaggerless start getting too behind in pop. I'm checking the resources sent, but yeah, Camus sent 500 to Bodica to help him boom back into the game, so that's also something that can be interesting. But now Nani decides to provide some military help instead of resources, so he's sending his Ligas.
Where are you seeing the statistics for
I checked them in the summary actually, so I had.
Okay.
You can do Control Tab and it will open automatically the summary if you want to do it quickly.
Right, interesting. Thanks.
Control and Tab.
Borg going again for another little thing happening there. Right, I see these exchanges now. Wow. Slingers are quite strong against buildings.
Yeah, it's not a good idea to attack buildings with them. There's probably something better to defend, but Nani now he can do anything really because like well, I guess he does a bit, but 30 singers just for one player. That's like maybe that's not very efficient. Don't know. Bodica is making a market right now. It seems like Team 1 will be the first to start the trade.
Oh. I see.
Actually, Camius, maybe they coordinated, maybe Bodica and Camius coordinated to start trade together, but the problem is that it's better if Lagos, if someone further like Lagos or FPro make a market because it's more efficient. Yeah, FPro is making a market right now, but they're really building safe markets right now. They think they prefer to have lower income and a safer market right now. Maybe they think that Team 2 maybe will rush a bit too much, so they're making safe markets for trade.
Right.
ESD? ESD?
Bodica is really not... Yeah, this is hurting him, basically. It's hurting him a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, all that's happening is just a few buildings going down for now. Since...
but at least wood is very important in this map, so it hurts more than it would hurt in some other game. But Borg, instead of trading, Borg decided to go for a faster phase 3 strategy. So he already has the resources, he just needs the buildings.
This market finally going up now for Bodica, it seems. As he provides some distraction.
Yeah.
Although...
But I think that Camius is better off trading to the other side. It will have better income and it's also safer.
Right.
If you see Camius' base is building with the elephants instead of using as deposit for resources. So I think it's a little inefficient. But well.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
What would be the best way to go about that?
I think it's better to have the elephant close to the trees and have
yeah, and just have 3 men or ladies. Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So FPro decided to make Koros, but he still spent 600 wood to make the fields. So it's a lot of food eco for sure. Maybe he will want to trade at market but the prices are already low.
Right.
Yeah, actually, if you check in the statistics, F Plus sold 2,000 food for 1,300 wood, so he actually abused the market quite a lot, and he could send his wood. So basically, they did some strategy to have a lot more wood.
Yeah. Bog is huge at this point. Is he the only person in the game at 3? Borg?
Only Borg.
Yeah.
So he will want, yeah. But he needs wood for rams, and that's a problem. So he's building a market, and he will want maybe to exchange for some resources, but it will be hard. I think, yeah, that's the problem when you have no one on your team who does some strategy to get some wood. Well, okay, Chester is starting the trade, or at least he wants, but he doesn't have a teammate to make market. No, he can trade with Borg, but that's a very close trade, so that's not a lot of resources. So Borg is making a hero, he's not making ram. Yeah, Chester now reached the city phase as well. And he has some wood. He has a lot of resources actually, but maybe he should send his wood to Borg so that he makes the rams quicker. I don't know. I think he will focus on getting the fortress up first.
Interesting. I guess you were saying Philip the Swaggerless appears to be the priority target for Team 1.
Yeah, it's good for Team 2 that he's the target instead of Chester or Borg. Now they got a bit free for their phase 3, but they didn't take the opportunity to have a good wood economy. So let's see. The thing is, we'll have to see if Borg's initial attack with rams is successful. It can very well be the case, but it's not sure. Nani is actually selling some wood now, so that's interesting. He sold some wood to get to phase 3 faster. Okay. No Borg is sending one ram, so
Just
he
the
should
one.
get his teammate. Yeah, he can't afford more.
Yeah.
So yeah, he will need Chester helping. I think that maybe they should commit a bit more because they could take Lagos down faster. I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. They don't commit a lot on this attack. No Borg comes with some cavalry, so that will be pretty efficient since Lagos doesn't have any spearmen. Yeah, it sounds like it will be very efficient.
Yes.
But he's going back. It wasn't enough cav, fortunately. Yeah, he needs to commit more, I think. No, he doesn't get a lot of damage done, I feel. Like it's a lot of idle time, and if it was a 1v1, it would be easy for him. But I think that maybe he should be a bit faster and tell Chester to come as well, because Chester, yeah, he needs to help him, I think.
ESD?
And
ESD?
Philip is still raiding. He's in Camille's base now. Not getting to the trade though.
Interesting. I know I say that a lot, but it is.
There's a lot of cavalry lights in the map. There's Borg, there's Philip de Sogarnes,
wow.
there's Camillus.
ESD? ESD?
But they never get into trade because trade got pretty safe in this map. So now Borg has 2 rams, but he doesn't have backup. He better save his ram. Okay, he saved it. So right now Borg gets some idle time for him basically. Like he causes a lot of idle time for Lagos, but he doesn't take him down. So okay, now Chester has a better trade line for him, and that's quite good. Now team 1 is sitting on 7 resources trade, and even that is getting raided by Philip de Sogarnes in the north at 12 o'clock. And Chester trade gets him 30 resources, but he gets stone, he doesn't get wood. That's very bad for him. He get like most of it are wood, but there's also a bit of stone.
Philip's out of the game.
Yeah, Philip is doing a lot of work with his raids.
He's out of the game.
He's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because elephants don't cost wood, so they are way easier to make, and it didn't get scouted. So
right.
now that's where maybe Team 2 realizes that they should really have committed much more in the fight against Lagos, because they continued the attack against Nani. I don't think they expected that. But I think that still those 3 players, Nani, Chester and Borg, have a better echo than the 4 others. But if the thing is that maybe if it continues without any more damage done, Team 1 will be able to stabilize and keep an advantage. So it really depends. It doesn't. It is not that important that Philip de Sogarnes is out. But he didn't save any women, so he will be just defeated and won't be able to rebuild. He just has his cav. Oh no. He has some traders, but I don't find his women.
No.
No, F-Pro comes to help in his side.
There was going to be a second castle going down. Fortress, sorry.
Yeah. So
oh, he does have 2
F-Pro,
fortresses already. I see.
Yeah. It helps to protect the trade. the trade line.
Right, yes.
But, so Chester decides to help Nani, but Nani is fighting in a very bad position and he will lose all his army even before Chester can come, and that's very bad for KD. Like he lost a lot for basically nothing if he just stayed back a bit further. But now it's yeah, Camillus should go back now. Should not waste any more time. So if we check the population, they are equal despite Phil being out of the game. And our F-Pro is making some very dangerous attack against the fortress.
Yes, very dangerous.
Yeah. But at least
What are these
Team
rams
2's
doing? Oh,
yeah, they're getting back now. At least they get a lot of idle time from Lagos. So now the elephants are coming towards Borg. Maybe it was just to defend for the fortress. So at least the trade economy is much better for Team 2, but we'll see how they will go now. If they will be able to exploit this advantage and maybe take one player out, it would be good.
yeah, to equalize the player count a little bit.
Yeah, because if they don't do any damage for like the next, I would say 5 or so minutes, then it will become a 4 versus 3 situation almost.
Right,
But,
yes.
we're not,
Yep.
but we are not there yet. Yeah.
No, yeah. This is looking interesting. So much trade going on. Wow.
F-Pro is against the fortress now, still. And Borg picks some slingers in the middle of the map to have a better KD. I know Chester and Nani are both against Bodica, but I would say, of course, they didn't bring any siege, so they will have a hard time to take Bodica down. Which is the problem, really, is that they don't have siege, and if they have, they don't use army to escort it, so they can do any damage that kicks a player out, but they have a good KD instead. And now F-Pro finally found a weak point in the trade that isn't protected by the fortress.
Right.
But,
he was scouting around for that for a long time, looking it all over. Where's the point? Where's my entry point? Yeah, no, he found it.
But now Borg is starting to really be dangerous against Lagos.
Oh, here's his
it
ladies
sounds like,
here. Philip's ladies. There's 6 of them. Well, now they're dead.
He didn't take enough care.
No.
But Borg is starting to attack Lagos City Center. So there's an elephant that can defend, but that's all, and I think that the city center will go down.
Yes.
And that will be quite big.
He won't quite get the opportunity to research the city phase. Will he get to city phase before it goes down, I wonder? No, it's going down.
Yeah, this is the damage they wanted to make, basically. They wanted to...
It's the damage they needed to make, like you were saying, like... they needed to turn it back to 3v3.
Yeah. I know it should be easy to win. If Borg sees the elephants coming to his city center, there won't be any more danger, but he has to see it. He has 22 singers plus 7 in the temple. It should be enough to kill the elephants. He just has to care. Okay, he saw it.
Yep.
So yeah, with their trade economy now, it should be an easy win now.
I think you might be right. Like, Team 1 does have some trade, but it doesn't seem to be quite as well protected as Team 2's trade routes.
No,
Nowhere
and,
near as well
it has
protected, in
also-
fact.
Yeah, and it has also much less income. It's basically non-existent at this point. So
Yes.
when you check the other side, it's something different. But now it sounds like Chester's base is unprotected and will go down because there is not enough thing to assist. If you see Chester Rosmi, it is completely it was not very useful against Mordecai. He couldn't take it out, and now he doesn't have anything to defend, and that's a very bad thing.
Wow,
Because
these
they
elephants.
could have, because really Chester could have avoided that basically, and he could have avoided that, and it would have been an easy win, but since he didn't, he needs to he needs to, for example, take his woman and build the six center down there. That's very important. It was and his army is almost useless. That's pretty bad. No, the trade isn't working anymore.
No.
I think the best idea for Bog is to build a market in the close to F plus base and trade with that. I think it would be the best idea.
Yeah. Wait.
You can check all the idle traders in the market now.
Yes, I was. I just had zoomed in on them.
ESC?
So it is 2 versus 3 now, basically. Well, I mean,
Chester
Chester has his
still has a
slingers
big
running
army.
around. Yeah, big army.
Yes.
He does have the ladies over here
Yes.
still, I think, for where'd they go?
She also has enough resources to rebuild this civic center.
Right.
Then the trade will be up again.
Where are his ladies?
Well,
He had some.
she
Chester.
he had some. Yeah, he had some, but he didn't send them back fast enough. So I think, I think he lost them.
I need to disable my YouTube notifications, apparently. Hello, Panagiotis Caniaris? Do I need to, yeah, it'll never go away unless I click it.
Yeah.
Dear. Thank you for
Yeah.
subscribing, Mr.
ESC?
I've already forgotten your name because it was very long and hard to pronounce. Hope you're having a good day. How about this army though? Like, he may not have a base, but he's doing something.
Yeah. So F Pro's 6 center is going down. So I think still that it will end up being an easy win for Team 2 after all. It will still be the case.
Interesting. Huh.
Now
Yeah, I
Chester,
see.
if he wants, he can rebuild now. So yeah, it's over.
This, at the rate this is going, this will be the fastest one so far.
Yeah. Oh. Well, maybe because there isn't lag because there is no wood, but it's still 27 minutes of game time. That's maybe the first one or so. The first ones were maybe faster. I'm not sure. I mean, Team 2, Team 1 still didn't resign yet. Oh, yeah, now Nagos is resigning. Curious will resign, I think. He just misclicked or something. Well, not yet, I guess. But yeah, it's still 27 minutes. But there's no lag, so... Genius is still doing some raiding in the trade, if you see. At,
Where is this?
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, because Borg actually did what I said to make a market there and save trade. That's the best idea, but this time it got traded, but it won't matter.
No, it seems not. Wow. Oh yeah, he did. He saved the ladies. Chester did. Don't know where he had them, but he must. Oh no, you can still build a civic center with men. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Of course.
I'm thinking of, you know, that other game where if you lose all your ladies, you can't build anything anymore.
Maybe Age of Empires?
Yeah, it's like, I didn't want to say it.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Bodica's
Pro is just
doing something.
Pro is winning a bit of time with his walls, but it's over. Bodica has 4 elephants ready to maybe find a target, but that won't be easy in the center. Also some healers. But yeah. Oh, 2 more coming. She will try to do a last attempt.
Right, yeah. This situation going on with Fpro and Nani up at the top is very strange.
Yeah, Fpro is just winning time. And he's actually attacking the tower, so he loses some KD, I guess.
Right, I forget about the points. So, Fpro and Bodica are both bringing in elephants.
Yeah, that makes even of them. So maybe they will destroy a 6 center.
Yeah, this might be enough to do something.
But but this won't change the game. It's still an easy win for Team Borg.
Team Borg? Is that what it's called?
We call it as we want after all.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Because saying the player names, maybe it makes it easier for the viewers.
Yes. No, you're absolutely right.
But now there's backup with the cigars, so maybe they will get the CC in North destroyed, but that will be all, unfortunately for them.
Hmm. Oh, wow. How about it? I wonder if they'll go up and try to finish off F-Pro or try to put a dent into... Not F-Pro, sorry. Nani.
Yeah, maybe they will try.
ESC.
Instead, he's going. Oh, yeah, I don't know where it's going.
Yeah, just retreating.
Yeah.
ESC.
This catapult's going to go down quite quickly.
Yeah. Seems like they will try to find a target in the south, but there's at least 70 swingers waiting for them. Maybe they will go for Nani's base. I guess they are going for it, yeah. They try to take down Nani's first base.
Oh my. That happened.
Big deviation of horses, yeah. Because that's what Nani captured, I think. Okay, F-Pro resigns, so it's over.
Yes, no, it's yeah, it's over.
But yeah, Camius and Boudica, they didn't do the best strategy because they took Philip the Swaggerless, which is arguably the weaker player in Team 2, taking all the damage, and meanwhile Camius and Boudica both were slowed, and that was a problem. Because in the other side, Bog and Chesser could do their thing.
Right.
So yeah, we can talk about the stats maybe, but as you can see, Borg and Chester had the best eco because they were very safe. There was also F-Pro, which was untouched, but yeah, maybe he didn't do a lot of men. Well, still more than Chester, but yeah.
Yeah, so what, you think that maybe they should have focused on one of the other players instead of Philip the Swaggerless first, and kind of left him to his own devices?
Well, it's not even guaranteed that the strategy is good, because if everyone has a compact base with many slingers like Nadi had, it's difficult to find something to raid. But they can keep for later, for trade maybe, but yeah, it's difficult to say. There's only one game in this low wood setting, and we can't say that, I think.
Right.
But if there's one thing that I think should be different is the target. Yeah.
Interesting. Can we tell much about how the points are going to go on the table just from looking at the stats? Like, what's the most significant stat in terms of the points?
Well, Borg will clearly have he will clearly have the most points because he, on top of having the best economy, he also has by far the most military and also a good KD, so it will easily go for him, and the other will be approximately equal, I think.
Right, yeah.
Philip will have low statistics. It's not that he did bad or anything. It's just that he unfortunately was the target, so he will take bad. He will not have a lot of points, even though he did a good job raiding. And Lagos
Yes,
also will not
his
have
early game
a lot
rating
of
was really
points.
good.
Lagos also, Lagos won't have a lot of points because he couldn't do a lot against Borg. So but the others will be cool.
Right, okay, I see. Interesting indeed. If you notice on the charts, there was basically no point in the game. Well, there was one tiny little point in the game where Borg didn't have the highest total score, and it was only about 3 minutes in.
Yeah.
FPro on a close second. For score, at least. Interesting. What other kind of things are there to discuss?
This is because he was hunting.
Oh, yeah.
Since he was hunting, he had a faster food production earlier on.
Yeah. Right, yeah. No, that's great. Everything that I have, even if I don't, it's not specifically a question, you know the answer to it. I really like that.
Yeah, because I was just checking your stream, so I have your stream now.
Right. Yeah, what other things are there should we discuss about the game, or are we about done?
Yeah, I think we pretty much said everything.
Yeah.
I don't see much.
Yeah. Oh, well. Nice and short and sweet one this week. At least compared to that 2-hour game.
Yeah, at least, that's for sure.
Yeah. When I saw those walls going up around the Athenian civilization base, I had this feeling in my stomach. I'm like, oh, it might go very long. As soon as I see walls, I think that. But it turned out to be, not the case.
Yeah, like in this game, because Nani just wanted to be safe against the cavalry raids, I think. I have to speak more, apparently.
Oh, right.
Yeah, to say some things about the game, but I think we said we said most of it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, I think that Chester, maybe he wasn't checking enough, the map, maybe because he really was caught, and maybe he endangered a bit the game. Not sure. But apart from that, he boomed well, he assisted well, but yeah. And he had good trade eco.
Oh, yes, definitely. Wow. Huh. Well, I guess we should, finish her off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, thank you very much for your time today, your expert analysis and commentary, and keeping an eye on all the stats.
Yeah, thank you as well.
Yeah. Well, that's it, I guess. Congratulations to Borg's team, and commiserations to the other. Both teams played well, but only one winner can exist.
Of course, yeah.
Yes. Alrighty. Okay then. Well, I hope the stream was enjoyable. Yeah. I hope you guys have good days. And I hope you have a good day also, obviously, Feldfeld.
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
Alright. Peace.